In Amplify, they do a lot of annotating readings because you can see here now you're going to get the kids to relook at just the blood doping section. What is blood doping and how does it work? And blood doping red blood cells and catching blood dopers, dangerous side effects and alternatives. So they're going to be rereading parts of this in order to answer these questions. Now, there's a couple ways you can do this. The first thing you can do is just copy and paste a link to the article and put it in for the kids to come directly to this section of the notebook. I don't prefer to do that because then during tests or other times, then they have to jump between Amplify site and your digital notebook and this part and that part. I like to have everything in one place. So it says reread sections of blood doping. They want to they want to reread catching blood dopers and an alternative to blood doping. Those are the two sections. So I instead go back to our Amplify where we have all the stuff and all the articles are downloaded. So metabolism, chapter 4, we're still in 1 point. And so there's the printable article downloaded. Okay. So I open this up. And so they don't want them to read that, not what is, not how it works. They want to read about catching them. So for PDFs, you can copy the text. I would suggest you only copy a paragraph. You'll see why. And here we go back, to the student version. View, theme builder, okay? Because when you paste it in, it doesn't do it nice and neat. It puts in the breaks where it had the breaks. So here I am. I want to give this for the kids to read and then a bottom place for them to annotate. I do like to give a little bit of a margin. And so this was their title. So of that section, space delete. It's a little pain in the butt. Space delete, space delete. So it becomes a paragraph again. Space delete. This has to be done when you do PDF conversions. If you copy that over, you could take a picture of it and put it directly in there. It just often doesn't fit the size of the slide you want to have. So we put it in there, and now it's paragraph. So catching the blood dopers. Now it talks about the replacing. There were pictures in here I liked that might help us to talk about that. So up here, the blood doping in the red blood cells, I liked that. So I'm going to use that snipping tool again. And I'm going to take those pictures and I want to put that back in. I know it's in the wrong section, but at least remind them of that when they're reading. So again, I'm with the student version and I'm going to right click, paste it in. So we have the reading. Again, we got to have the red top. Control C, copy. Control V, paste. And so it starts looking pretty nice. I just like lining some things up and things like that. And that's about the right size. So we want to put a place for the kids to annotate, to answer some things, to write some things. And they were just trying to make them answer some questions. So if we wanted to, we could put the questions directly on the slide. So in this paragraph, you remember in Amplify, at the bottom they said, what do doctors use? How do doctors use the age of the blood cells to decide whether or not they're blood doping? How do they use the hemoglobin levels to know if they're blood doping? And so on this one, I don't know if this paragraph, you'd read it real quick and decide, do I want to copy those questions down? But remember, you want to put in a place for the kids to write, either answering the questions or to write a response. Title placeholder, build a box. Again, ours is orange, level 3, dotted lines. Hey, you're going to write in this, okay? So I could drop this down and write a question above it or not, depending on what we wanted the kids to see.